Not going too badly. Oregon gets thrown in as a little mix-up. It was difficult to predict that. Where do we pick Coastline? They've left Coastline in instead of Oregon. I think that's based on Furia's performances. MIBR on Clubhouse? Yeah, absolutely was.
Can't quite get the opening frag just yet. Is, however, baiting him into the crosshair, but in the meantime, they're able to get themselves a pick, and they're not content with just one either. They double down.
The man up on Catwalk just needs to keep himself locked behind that angle as much as he can. You can see absolutely saving every pixel of his boot there as Fred comes in and shuts the man down on the garage stairs. We're going to have a quick trade, but then again, immediately traded out by Novice and on the sledge. He's going to be looking to find anything he can. Novice, he's got the rotation through. How aggressive is that getting? They've got a rotation opened up. You can see there. Looks like an impact nade to me, or potentially a Zephyr grenade.
Their response, get a bit more aggressive. Try and take your control over towards blue, where Bullet reigns in with a frag as well, but the trade is back through the murder hole that was opening up for highs. But Bullet does not give a damn at this point. He's the one-man army that's popping off consistently. In comes the Grim Reaper of Souls as well, capitalized from the sideline. In one fell swoop, he beheads two, and it's all on Lender. And no one can lend him a hand to get him back on his feet, Tim, because he's dead.
We've just seen a really good example, Jacket, of why I bang on and on and on about Blue Corridor. Yeah, but they need to start thinking about mounting that attack. We haven't had the opening kill yet with 5 versus 5. In comes the rush, and down goes the rush with Fred on a big double, wiping out Cyber and M-King as they try to move in to the Arsenal. They will be closed out with minimal effort as Miracle and Novice get in on the game as well. Perfect round for Furia, and what an adaptation, Jackie. They were ready for that Ash Rush spot to be opened up. Their setups have been good, particularly on CCTV. They've shown a bit of a mastery in that site now. That's a little bit of a slip from them, just opening themselves up to the angle there. Novice onto the double door, Cyber able to shut him down.
But they're committing to actually getting the plant down. Detonation goes off and they swing off the back of it as Highs will come in with one frag straight onto Cyber, but they did get the plant down. You've got the diffuser in a good spot. Post plants are looking great. All they've got to do is hold, and effectively they've got every angle covered. Fred and Highs retaking this is going to be a tremendously hard attempt, and they're just getting rinsed by Bullet, bouncing back left and right as he peeks every single angle and shuts them down one by one. That's a clean taker from MIBR. Two noses have been broken. This is going wrong so quickly. Fred's down on the site. Diffuser's down. Have they flipped their names? Furia are literally playing MIBR's usual style of attack, Tim. What on earth?
Fantastic from Furia, just getting themselves in there, completely negating the top floor roam by just coming straight in, but this is not a good post plant. It's all down to Lender. He's stuck in dirt tunnel. He's got to survive for another 20 seconds. Bullet's going to come and get onto disabling that diffuser. Lender, he's got to fight to win himself here. He's going to use the utility. He tries to just prevent that animation from completing, but will be unsuccessful. Bullet manages to stick it, and that is a real shame there for Furia. Jackie, they got now leaves us in a seriously sticky spot for MIBR, but Cyber, he starts to do a bit of work there, gets himself a double, but shut down on the construction door by Highs. Find ourselves 3 versus 2. Toxic Babe canisters making it difficult for Furia to get in and get this diffuser down. There's a man that gets caught out on a tight angle by Cameraman. However, Highs, he has that diffuser going down. Out goes the Nitro. It's enough to down him. Cameraman gets a kill, and that's going to finish off the round. I believe it was one on time. Tell you what, that's an absolute fraction away from spotting a 3rd kill, potentially, as we've got the Valkyrie of Souls. He's there. He gets seen out. He gets dropped by Novice. And that brings us into the final minute. 5 versus 2, and surely there is a round to be found here for Furia.
Cyber on the rotation, coming in, flanking over. He wants to pump some iron, but the issue is he's just going to be pushing up daisies. Dropped by Fred with the Kalashnikov as he hits the DECK, and it falls all onto M-King with the shotty. The man trying to make some moves, peeks out through the doorway, fires a single shot, but it's not going to be quick enough as he is dropped by Novice. Close range encounter somehow favoring the Maverick as he finishes him off, Tim, and Furia make it all the way to 5. And they are suffering a lot of damage. That damage now being converted into raw frags as Fred slides in, throwing the mag into the AK and shutting down the first man from far away. It's a 3-on-2, 15 seconds left into what will decide if this is going to be a 6th round for Furia or MIBR. MIBR. It all comes down to the dying few seconds of this one. The response there is wild. Miracle, quite literally pulling out a miracle to find the kill onto M-King, but he messes up when it matters most. The peak with the shotgun. He came off it, Tim. He came off the diffuser to take the face. Throws it away.
Oh, no, the Selma device, that was locked out by a mute jammer. That's exactly what is signaled by those little crackling bolts of electricity across the Selma when it is not destroyed. Now, Cyber gets destroyed by a Lender, leaving us 1 minute 20. And I was just going to say the man gets away with it, but absolutely not. Lender hits him with the hip fire headshot onto M-King.
A little bit terrified about the idea of them funneling their way through the hatch. Here's the awkward encounter, though. They go for the 2-on-1. He can only shut down one of them, and they are swarming on souls. The Grim Reaper himself will be sent off to the Nether Realm as he's finished by Novice. Headshot secured, and the game is set. That is a 6-6, Tim, with a straight draw on Clubhouse.
I tell you what, Coastline's going to be an awful lot of fun now, Jackie, heading into it with a draw, and there is the potential for that Furia upset that I've been touting for so long now. Then an interesting couple of picks coming in to begin with on the attackers, Jackie.
A backstab could be huge, and that could be off the manner of this Nitro as well. Tossing it through the window. Will it stick? Flies in, detonates onto Novice. That is pixel perfect. A 3-pointer from Cyber. Hell of a way to get a response back, and also to get a trade into this round. And he's doing more than just popping off with his nitros. He's decimating with his bullets as well. Finds the flick shot onto another man. Speaking of bullet, in he comes for a frag. And now you've got a 4 versus 2, outnumbering the opposition massively into round 1. He seems to be the gift that just keeps on giving to him. Not content.
Pushed in towards him in the kitchen, sees him, and guess who, Jackie? It's Cyber. It's a 4K. It's an unbelievable round to start things on Coastline for him.
Oh, man. Means that he probably needs to get the 2K, though. They pre-fire it on the peak. They make the adjustment, and Lender will connect with one bullet as the Ash will gun him down. From what was a great start from MIBR, it's been getting worse and worse the longer this round goes on, and Highs is taking it to new heights as he takes the firefight towards Bullet.
Pressure. Don't peek. Just make everything tricky for Souls. He's got attackers coming from every angle at him there. Highs it is ultimately to shut him down, but he knows he is completely unsafe and surrounded. The worst thing about that opening death for Fred is the fact that he had his diffuser in hand as well. It's been left on top of the ruins wall. That takes a little bit of maneuvering to get to. Also, it puts you at massive risk. Now, a nice bit of teamwork there from Lender and Novice. Lender just shouting out to Novice that somebody had moved into the courtyard. He drops down and gets himself a free melee kill. But the only way that I realistically see Furia winning this one is to get themselves the kills. And right now, Cameraman steps up and prevents exactly that from happening. It's going to take them too long and it's too risky to go out and get that diffuser. It's been dropped in a terrible location for them. Now, Lender doesn't need any teamwork on that one as he uses the breach in charge to...
All they have to do, though, is avoid this encounter. Try and evade, but they can't evade that. The Nitro over the top. Issue is those soft walls don't provide much protection, especially when there's a 5-7 gunning for you. As Lender on the Ash, quick-witted, and even faster when it comes to the trigger finger.
Interesting to note as well, so far inside of 5 rounds. How about that for early aggression? 2 kills rain in. Miracle will take Souls. Lender onto Cameraman, but squared away very quickly as MIBR respond in kind. Highs is down as well. Fred now finds himself 1 versus 3, and he's got it all to do. He's inside of the sights here. His first comes to the single door. He got the diffuser down, but ultimately it's not enough. As there's the disable. He just was an MIBR player down there, but it will not connect with him. Kills start to rain in now, 1 on either side. Novice joins the party, and that's 3 for him on the round so far. Can he push this further? Fred is in the position to get the diffuser down. Highs, great cover onto M-King. Novice with 4 on the round. Almost an ace, but Furia, they won't mind one way or another. That puts them at an advantage once again.
Shots, but won't take anyone down. Oh, Miracle. He could be the Grim Reaper, though. No, not like that! Not onto Lender! That is a mistake to be made because he detonates it and kills his teammate! Oh, Tim! I was talking about taking someone to the graveyard, but not your brothers in arms.
Certainly not ideal. I think that is fair to say. Team kill coming in that is really going to benefit MIBR as they double down on it. M-King getting one for himself, and it's all starting to fall apart for Furia here as Bullet will ultimately shut them down with a final headshot onto Fred, and that is going to be round MIBR 4-3. And as I said, coming into this one, I think that could be pivotal. Generally, people at the minute want to push into Sunrise, but no, MIBR have come in, they've opened up that office wall, and they've got themselves into the plant spot behind the blue bar. Now, Bullet, he doubles down and gets a kill onto Novice. Cyber joining the party as well with one onto Lender. It's all going in the favour of MIBR. Fred gets a nice reverse vertical angle up onto the rooftop there, but misses his shots onto Cyber, and that is not a player you want to be missing shots onto at the minute, Jackie. Cyber, he doesn't need a second invitation. Look at that. Flicks up to the second floor.
Ready to rumble. Let's see where this is going to go. Miracle was knocked off his feet as he ran into that air jab, but jabbed out of the server is going to be Fred as he is shut down. Brown Bread, you've got 30 seconds to get into the site to shut down that diffuser and stop them from taking the bombs out. Miracle on the close range encounter behind the bar. It felt like he had the edge. The crouch face not benefiting him, but Novice flicks up and shuts down one man, Lender, with about 10 HP, trying to make a clutch move. It's a 1v2 looking out the window. 10 seconds left. He's got to go. He's got to run. He's wasting time, and he's not got a fighting chance as he won't be breathing. Shut down by a bullet on the rappel as ashes to ashes, dust to dust. It will be the Ash play to end his chance in that one.
Got one pin down. Cyber does exactly that. Puts it to fantastic use with an opening kill onto Novice. M-King onto Fred, and it's all starting to fall apart for Furia.
3 versus 5. Cyber trying to ruin you and leave you not alive as he finds the flick through the wall and takes open Lender's head. It's down to just 2 men now. Miracle and Highs with 1 minute and 10 seconds left. The peek out from the outer, but he's not going to get loud enough as it's only one single frag. And Paranoid, he's going to have no real chance of finding this one, and he's shut down by the pistol from Bullet. That's the final frag found as MIBR will walk away as the champions in this encounter. They have won here on Coastline. It's a 1-map win, 1-map draw.
MIBR looking much closer to the team we saw at the beginning of Stage 2 in the last few rounds there. That is the real ability and aggression that they showed us earlier. Just tempering it, moving in.
Cameraman, how you doing?
Good, and you guys?
Yeah, good, brother.
Thanks.
It's always nice to have you back on, especially when you come in off the back of a win as well. But the first map being a lot closer, the draw over on Clubhouse. I wanted to ask from your perspective, it looked like going into it, Furia kind of played your play style on defense. It felt like they just took the fight towards you so much that we saw a really slow MIBR. Did it feel that way?
Yeah. On defense, when we played defense, we had some problems that they like mostly Bullet and Cyber. They were like roaming alone, and we knew that they would punish us if we go alone. And on Coastline, we tried to fix that. We didn't have a good defense though, but we knew that our attack in Coastline it was good, and we turned things around.
So far on the season, looking over the last couple of matches, particularly cameraman, obviously it's been a difficult couple of play days for you guys in MIBR. Draws, losses, not been the best. Is there something particular that's changed today when you've come out and looked fantastic again? Or is it just that everything started clicking again?
I think that the entire team, they focus more on the good teams, let's say the top 4 teams, and I said that to them that it's a kind of a problem because we need to get prepared the same way for each team. Each team is a different play style. This game is like a chess, so like I can beat G2 in a map and lose to a tier 3 team, you know, mostly because of the strategies. You need to have a good reading during the round, and but things worked fine for us in Coastline attack, as I said, and I expected to get those 3 points, and that wasn't the best of us in this match. We can do better. You saw against NIP in Clubhouse, that wasn't our play style. I don't know what happened.
That's actually really interesting, the point you raise as well, because it was something I said when we went into Clubhouse. I thought that potentially, I know, like a team like MIBR, right? You like to prep. You prep a lot against those teams. And I was worried that maybe coming into this, you hadn't prepped against Furia, thinking that it should have been one of those easier wins. But Furia felt like they had read you guys. It seemed like they had a good understanding of your play style. And it looked like they did counter it. Whereas Coastline, it didn't feel as cleanly cut. I think as well, it probably helps with Cyber coming online, right? And just being able to have a bit more freedom.
Yeah. We didn't have too much. We didn't play good attacks mostly in Clubhouse because they knew each drone that we would left, and they got each drone of us, and we end the round with like 2 or 3 drones, and that helped us a lot during the attacks, you know. And when they got these drones in the prep phase, they kind of made things harder for us, for sure.
Furia seemed to play quite unpredictably at times today. They just we had a couple of rounds where they just rushed into sight, got the diffuser down in the first 20 or 30 seconds. Did that catch you out? I mean, you still managed to come back and win those rounds. Is it something that you were already prepared for, or was that just the reaction that you managed to get the kills?
We knew that they had this aggressive play style. We were prepared to that. Like we knew that in kitchen Coastline, they left the drone in the prep phase in the side, and I said they're gonna rush for sure, and they did it, and we got the retake, and that's kind of their play style mostly. They just push and try to refrag, but we were prepared for that mostly in Coastline.
Yeah, obviously walking away with a win on Coastline tonight, it's still a good amount of points.